So discussing the earthquake that occurred on March 9th, according to the earthquake unit of Jamaica, it was a 3.9 magnitude with a focal depth of approximately 20 kilometers and an epicenter approximately 10 kilometers, rather 7 kilometers north of Bull Bay. So plotting it on the Google Earth map 2D, I have it somewhere in this region here, nearby a valley. What strikes my attention is that line there, which represents a fault scarp. And when I then move it into 3D, this is what it looks like. Definitely, it's within that valley space. This valley space is also near to where the Hagley Gap region is, Penline Castle, which suggests then that it is on the boundary of the Blue Mountain Inlier. Now, linking this up with where the other views of the previous earthquakes as reported for the year are, and we can see that those earthquakes, in terms of the epicenter, is somewhat in the northwest region of this earthquake. The focal depth of those 17 kilometers, 6 kilometers. So what we're seeing here is that with this earthquake, similar magnitude, it's at a deeper depth relative to those. The earthquake that occurred on January 8th, approximately north of Stony Hill, that has a depth of 24 kilometers, similar magnitude. So it's 4 kilometers deeper than this earthquake that would have occurred on this date. Looking at the Google terrain map, and just to give you a little bit further in terms of the terrain, what it is that we can see is that there is a nearby saddle, and in terms of the valley space look like it is having a degree of a shifting. This is just basically me highlighting some of the surface impression based on how I interpret it. In terms of how the ridges appear, they appear directed to the northeast direction. Now, with that being said, this is a case where this area has tectonic movement that could be going northeast, northwest, and even in other directions as well. This is me just giving indication that there is multiple directions of stress being built up and released. So what you should take away from this is, one, when you get the bulletins, pay attention to the focal depth, pay attention obviously to the epicenter, and you're going to also pay attention to what is being said in terms of the geology that surrounds the earthquake epicenter. How the geology reacts to the energy that is dispersed, and all of that information is very critical in terms of construction plans, and even as regards to how you go about your own disaster response in the event that we have an earthquake of moderate to higher strength slash intensity slash magnitude.